Hey everybody, well today we are welcoming Evie into our 21-day board and train program. And Evie is a little 10-month-old border collie, sweet as she can be. She is a little timid and has some reactivity issues, but I think she's gonna be a lot of fun to work with. Her owners brought her all the way from the Kingsport, Tennessee area. And today, they just dropped her off a couple hours ago, so no big to do today. Basically, we're getting to know each other. We're gonna try to build some trust and let her get used to being away from mom and dad and here as part of our family. But we are conditioning her to the clicker because we'll be using marker training. We'll start off with the clicker and then we'll transfer that later to the word yes for e-collar training. So no demands on Evie today whatsoever. We're just getting her, starting this clicker conditioning and getting to know one another. No big demands tomorrow. We're not going to start right out of the gate with asking anything of her. A little bit of conditioning, and then on about day 3, we'll start doing some, what you might consider real training. It's important to lay a foundation, get the dog to trust you a little bit, and figure out that, we're not here to hurt her, we're not here to do anything bad to her. Sometimes dogs are just, they're uneasy. She's traveled 7 hours, spent the night. They spent the night in the hotel. So this is all brand new to her. So nothing out of the gate. We're not going to ask nothing of her out of the gate. We're going to win her trust, build a little bond, and we will slowly start the actual training. Now, she doesn't know it, but we're training right now. The clicker conditioning is the very beginning of teaching her a brand new system of communication. So all she knows at the moment is that she's getting a lot of good food, a lot of treats. She's hungry, she's getting some treats. But what I know is that I am conditioning her, classical conditioning, to the sound of this clicker, and then later on, in the coming days, we will harness this conditioning as part of our training program. So, hopefully this will help her with some of this timidness that she has and kind of bring her out of the shell, so to speak. And I'm really looking forward to working with Miss Evie. She's a love bug. You can see right now she doesn't know at all what the clicker means. It's basically meaningless to her. But after dozens and dozens and dozens of that sound and then giving her a treat, she'll become conditioned to the fact that that sound, the sound of the clicker, means that a food reward is coming. Hopefully we'll make a video in another day or two showing her responding to this, and you can see exactly what I mean. When you're doing this, just a little tip, it's very important that you click and then reach for the food and give her the food. The conditioning will only take place if the sound preempts or comes before the food. I like to not move at all. Like, don't even reach for the food in my pocket until the click, then reach. That way it preempts it, so it makes her expect the treat to come after the clicker. It is a cold, windy, rainy day in North Alabama. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Good. Good girl. She's already beginning just to hang out in front of me a little bit more. Have you noticed that? Evie. We're going to begin to use this to teach her a little bit of focus as well. And how I'll do that is basically calling her name, and when she turns her head and kind of looks at me, I'll click. That will mark that behavior. Evie. See, she just looked at me and I clicked. It's all going to click in her head in the coming days. Okay, good girl. Yeah, good girl.